everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hi, my name is Caitlin. Welcome. And today I'm updating my 101 pans project pan. So normally these project pans are spread out quite a lot throughout the year because I'm not that good at hitting pan on loads and loads of things. But actually, like, the last update was in March. So we've done pretty well. We've got an extra 8 pans. So I'm really happy about that. So we're going from 48 to 55 today. So we're over halfway to our goal. I would like to hit 101 by the end of the year, but I'm really not sure if that's going to happen. That was my original goal, but we'll see. We'll see slowly but surely. This is a very chilled kind of project. I put in all the pans that I've hit in all my other projects, trying to hit 101, and it's been a long ride. It has taken a very long time, but here we are at 55 today. But just before we do jump into this video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I do so many project pans, shop my stashes, and get ready with me's here on my channel, normally with bright, fun, colourful makeup, but I am doing a show right now, so I need to have more neutral makeup for the next few weeks. So just bear with me. The blue eyeshadow will be back very soon, I promise. So this is just eyeshadows, so I'm going to go from number 48. So this was a shadow. I think I have hit pan on this before, but I had to repress it because it crumbled, and I have now re-hit pan. This is Starlight from the Pastel Roses, and it is one of the most beautiful shadows ever. It's like a pinky mauve to kind of like a lime green duochrome. It is so stunning, and I absolutely adore this. This goes with the pinky tones in my Modern Renaissance, which is my Pan That palette this year. It is so beautiful. I need to stop myself from using it because it's got that bad. Like, I reach for this so often. So this is number 48. I have re-hit pan on it. I'm hoping you can see because it is so reflective, but I'm so happy with this. I can see myself finishing this, honestly, and I'm so excited every time I put it on my eyes. It just makes me feel happy. Okay, talking of my Pan That palette, next is the shade Love Letter from my Modern Renaissance. You are going to get a little bit of a spoiler, but we haven't hit any new pans, so you know what, you're fine. So this is the shade Love Letter. Here it is this really quite fuchsia pink, which is very different for me. If you guys are not new to my channel, you may know that fuchsia pinks aren't really my thing, but I did mix it a lot with Bon Fresco, and it really kind of dulled down the pink and made it more of like a grungy, dusty kind of pink, and I really enjoyed that shade. So that's how I used this. This was definitely one of the shades that I was really scared about panning when I first picked this palette. I'm liking it. I found a way that I like it. I use it with the Pastel Roses Starlight as well. It is so beautiful. I'm so happy that I've found a look that I like to do with it because it's definitely made it a lot less intimidating. And I have some hope for it as well. I finally have some hope for this shade. So that is the shade 49, Love Letter. Next is from my Book of Magic palette. I've been reaching for this quite a lot recently. It's been rolled into many different projects. And this is the shade Hex, which is the black. You guys may know I love starting most of my looks with a black eyeshadow. I love those super dark, grungy looks. They are perfect for me. And I'm not sure, this I think was in a deck of panning project. And it did not take me very long to hit pan on it. This is probably one of the most pigmented blacks in my collection. If you're looking for a good black and you have this palette, definitely use this shade because it is so pigmented, so creamy, so beautiful. I would 100% recommend. I've even reached for it multiple times since hitting pan. I just love this shade. So that is grand old 50 pans. Like, even that is like mind-blowing to me. Yeah, I'm so glad that this palette is like getting more pans as well, and it's looking a little bit more loved. I love that. Next, this was the pain of my life. This is the shade 51 and it comes from the Just My Look palette, and it is the shade in the bottom corner here, Charmed. You can see it's like a khaki browny green matte. This was in a Pan Those Eyeshadows project last year, and I worked on it for months and months and months. Then it got to the new year and I decided to just do a complete refresh, but this had such a huge dip in it. So recently I decided I was going to roll it into another project, and it took me one use to hit pan. How annoying is that? One use to hit pan, and here we are. But we finally did it. We finally did it. This took so long and it took so much of my energy, but we did it. I'm so happy about it. It's like such a big achievement when something like that happens, especially when you've been working on it for so long. Colourpop mattes are no joke. If you want to hit pan in a Colourpop matte, good luck. Best of luck, my friend, because they are tough. Next we have the shade 52, and that comes from my Carnival XL Pro palette. And this was in a Pan Those Eyeshadows project. This palette is so big, bear with me. And it is the shade Nuke down here, which is this kind of dark foresty green matte. You can tell I went on a bit of a green phase, but this, as I said, rolled into a Pan Those Eyeshadows. I really liked playing with this. I'm normally like a blue girl. It's so big, I've got to like rest it on my shoulder. Ooh, there we go. I am more of a blue girl, but this shade definitely worked with like teals and blues, and it really let me play around with those kind of shades, and I absolutely loved playing with the shade. I was actually quite sad saying goodbye to it, not gonna lie, but I'm so glad that I have more pans in this palette as well. This palette is definitely one that I want to get more use out of. I want to make it look beaten and bruised. Like, that is the goal. So hopefully I can get more pans in this palette very soon. Okay, going back to the Book of Magic, and again, this was a shade I had to use one time. I was kind of panning it off camera, and then I realized how close I was to hitting pan on it, so I rolled it in to either Deck of Panning or Fantasy. No, I think it was Fantasy. It was Fantasy. And yeah, I had to use it one time. This is the shade Cursed, and I didn't even use it one time. I think I dipped into it and did like half of one eye, hit pan. Typical. But again, I'm glad we have pan on it. I'm glad we've got another pan in this palette. Again, I just want this palette to be loved. I really do. I want it to look beaten and bruised, and I'm so happy. You guys know I love blue. Blue is the shade that I would choose to wear every single day if I could, so I'm a happy gal with this. Next was from my first ever round of the Project Level Up palette. So we rolled in this palette. This was my P.Louise Winter Wonderland, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see, but we did hit pan in Ice Ice Baby. I used this as an inner corner highlight shade, and I'm very scared of this project, I'm not gonna lie, because we did roll in the Baroque palette this round, and I'm scared. I'm still scared. It happened a few weeks ago and I'm still scared. But this was a really nice, easy palette to introduce me to that project. The panning gods gave me false hope because they were so kind in round one and so mean in round two. But we have a pan. We also used every single shade one time in that project. I really do love this palette. And yeah, it's nice to have a pan. And finally, 55. This was in a Pan Those Eyeshadows. It was in my Pan Those Eyeshadows that went live this week. It went live on Monday. And this is the shade Berry Bad 2 from e.l.f. from the Berry Bad palette. I did depot this palette because it came to me in a glossy box, I think. And I just kind of knew I wouldn't use the shades together. So I did depot them all. And I definitely get more use out of them being depotted. So yeah, this is my latest pan to share with you, pan number 55. So we're slowly but surely trudging along with this project. It's definitely more of a challenge than I originally thought it would be. I've seen people do like completely complete this project within a year, and I don't understand how people do that. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm just taking as long as it takes. I'm not being too mean on myself. I'm just cruising along. So that is the end of this update, guys. We are at 55. I'm so excited. Onwards and upwards. Hopefully my next update won't be too far away. I'm going to try and make these projects a little bit closer together just because I am finishing uni next week, so I will have more time to do more makeup and I cannot wait. So hopefully that means more pans as well. So this is where I'm going to love you and leave you guys. If you did enjoy this video, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I do videos every single weekday, so stick around for that and I will see you in the next video.